It starts small, so small you don't even notice it. A glance, a sigh, a moment of silence that somehow feels heavy. You tell yourself it's nothing. She's just tired. She just needs space. But deep down, you feel it. That quiet shift. That invisible pull where she starts controlling the game without ever saying a word. That is the most effective manipulation there is. The kind that never looks like manipulation at all. It doesn't start with screaming or guilt or blame. It starts with emotional withdrawal, a cold shoulder dressed in silence, a quiet distance that makes you chase her validation like a starving dog chasing crumbs. She doesn't have to raise her voice. She just has to make you feel like you did something wrong. That's when you start fixing things that were never broken, apologizing for things you didn't even do, twisting yourself into someone smaller just to keep her from pulling away again. You call it love, but psychologists have another word for it: conditioning. See, the mind learns patterns. When affection becomes unpredictable, warm one moment, cold the next, your brain enters a cycle called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same pattern casinos use to keep gamblers addicted. You don't know when you'll win again, so you keep pulling the lever, hoping this time she'll love you back the way she used to, and that's how she gets you. It's not about dominance. It's about control through confusion. You start doubting your own reality. Was she really flirting with someone else? Or are you just being insecure? Did she ignore your message on purpose? Or was she just busy? She'll never tell you. Instead, she'll make you feel guilty for even wondering. That's gaslighting in its most elegant form. Not screaming, not insults, just calm, quiet denial that makes you look crazy. You start to lose trust in your own perception. And once that's gone, she doesn't need to control you anymore. You'll do it yourself. You might think she's heartless, but here's the truth most men never see. She's not doing it to destroy you. She's doing it to protect herself. Because long before she ever manipulated you, someone else manipulated her. Maybe her father's love came only when she was perfect. Maybe her ex only noticed her when she cried. Maybe she learned that emotion is the only weapon that works when power is out of reach. That's not evil. That's trauma, disguised as control. It's what psychologists call a survival response. The wounded feminine learns that vulnerability equals danger, so she hides it and replaces it with strategy. She doesn't know how to ask for love. She only knows how to extract it. And you, the empath, the fixer, the one who always sees the good in people, you stay because you think if you just love her harder, she'll finally feel safe enough to stop. But here's the truth that breaks most men. You can't love someone into healing. If your love is the fuel for their manipulation, that's not love anymore. That's emotional parentification, where you become her emotional parent instead of her partner. You soothe her moods. You absorb her pain. You carry her chaos, while your own soul starts to fade. And that's when the shadow work begins, the part where you stop blaming her and start asking yourself, why did I stay? Why did I crave her approval more than my own peace? Why did I confuse love with pain? Because somewhere deep inside, you were trained to believe that love must be earned. Maybe it started in childhood. A parent who praised you only when you performed. A home where silence meant safety. A childhood where you learned to keep everyone happy just to avoid rejection. That's the seed of anxious attachment. And when you meet someone who pulls away emotionally, your nervous system recognizes the pattern. It feels familiar. It feels like home. But that home was never safe. You see, the most effective manipulation isn't when she controls your actions. It's when she controls your attention. When every thought becomes about her. When her silence feels louder than your own voice. When your self-worth starts depending on whether or not she texts back. That's when you've lost yourself. And that's when it's time to walk away. Not to punish her, but to reclaim your peace. Healing doesn't mean hating her. It means seeing the pattern and choosing differently. It means giving love without losing yourself. It means recognizing manipulation even when it wears a smile. You don't need to harden your heart. You just need to guard your energy. Because once you've tasted peace, chaos stops feeling like passion. You stop chasing love that hurts. You stop fixing people who break you. You start standing in your own quiet power. Calm, grounded, untouchable. So, stay alert, not paranoid, just aware. because manipulation doesn't always come with lies. Sometimes it comes with love. And when you can tell the difference, no one can ever control you again. You've just reclaimed your mind, your peace, your power. And that is the most dangerous thing a healed man can ever become. If this spoke to something inside you, subscribe. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a mirror for the parts of you that finally stopped being blind.